Hey loves, welcome back. We are stretching and opening through our hip flexors today. Lots of us have tight hip flexors. This will be really great for you if you are sitting around a lot, whether it's at a desk, in a car, wherever. We are starting off on our backs. Bring that right knee close to your chest, wrap your hands around your shin and begin to guide that leg towards the right side, just slightly getting into your hip a little bit. Bring your leg back to center and really close to your chest. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, letting that right leg fall open to the right side. Holding here for just a moment. Bring that right leg back to center and release your right leg down long. Switch it out. Bend your left knee. Bring it close to your chest. Taking that same motion, moving your leg side to side, opening up through your left hip. Before then bringing your leg back to center. Take an inhale, hug it close to your chest and exhale, opening up through that left hip, letting your leg fall open. Bring your leg back to center and bring that right leg to meet the left. We're in a tiny ball, rocking side to side, giving some love to our low spine. And when you're ready, begin to drop your feet down towards your mat, preparing for pigeon pose on our backs. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, keeping your right foot flexed. Toes should be facing towards the ceiling and you can stay here, or if you'd like to go deeper, begin to lift that left foot off the mat as you interlace your hands behind your left thigh, holding here for just a couple breaths. Think about grounding down through your low spine. And when you're ready, release that left foot down to the mat, releasing the right foot to the mat as well, and switching it out. So begin to cross that left ankle on top of your right thigh. Option to stay or lift the right foot off the mat, interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Again, making sure both your feet are flexed. Begin to drop your right foot down towards the mat. Left foot towards the mat as well. Arms long by your side. We're getting into bridge pose. On an inhale, lift your hips towards the ceiling. Press into those feet. Exhale, release. Taking a couple rounds with your breath, go at whatever pace you would like. Maybe even taking an arm bind option by interlacing your hands underneath your spine, kind of rolling your shoulders under slightly. Wherever you are, just paying attention to your breath, making sure you're still breathing and not holding it. Gently release out of your bridge pose. Come into a tiny ball. Bring both your knees close to your chest. Rock side to side. Before rocking yourself forward, letting your left shin fall parallel in front of your right. And then just let your chest fall forward. It's just getting into your hips for a moment. Then switch the legs out so that the right shin is in front of the left. And again letting your chest just fall forward for a moment and then gently push yourself up to standing. Step your left leg back so we're coming into a low lunge with our right foot forward, keeping that right knee nice and bent, and then bring that left knee to the mat. Flip the left toes, reach those arms high above your head. Take an inhale, exhale it out. You can stay here or begin to bring those left fingertips towards the left side of your mat. Nice side gentle twist here, reaching that right arm gently over towards the left side. It's just an option, take it or leave it. Bring your arms back high above your head. Take an inhale, exhale, place your palms on top of one another on your knee. And begin to go deeper into that left hip flexor by taking some pulses here, so going at a slower pace right now, doing this a few times, and when you're feeling nice and open there, begin to speed up your pulses by just going and begin to go deeper into that left hip flexor by taking some pulses here. So going at a slower pace right now, doing this a few times, and when you're feeling nice and open there, begin to speed up your pulses by just going a little bit quicker. Alright, now coming back to stillness in your modified lunge. Plant your hands, frame your right foot, lift your left knee off the mat. Step your right foot back and switching the legs out. So bring that left foot forward, come into your low lunge on this side. Drop your right knee down, flip the toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale it out. Option to stay here or take that side stretch that we took on the other side. Bringing your right fingertips towards the right side of the mat as your left arm reaches over. Bring yourself back to center, reach your arms up, take an inhale and exhale. Palms on top of one another on your knee. Taking those pulses again on this side. Getting nice and deep into our right hip flexor. Speed up the pace in your pulses for just a moment and begin to plant your hands, frame your left foot, right knee comes off the mat, step back into your down dog. Coming into pigeon pose, bring your right knee towards your right wrist, right ankle towards your left wrist, left leg extends long back, aiming for that right shin to be parallel. Thinking about squaring off through your hips here. And we're not going to fold forward, we're just going to hold here in our pigeon pose. Bringing your hands to your hips to square off those hips. So tendency here is for that left hip to be lifting up slightly. See if you can bring your hands to your hips and square them off if you feel like that's happening. You've got the option to bring your palms towards your side and then lift through your chest, taking a gentle back bend. It's just an option. Take it or leave it. Come forward and lift yourself up out of your pigeon pose, switching sides, bringing that left knee towards your left wrist, left ankle towards your right wrist, right leg extends long back, again aiming for that parallel shin. Same thing on this side, thinking about squaring off your hips. So tendency on this side would be your right hip lifting up. Option to take that gentle back bend if you would like. And beginning to come out of your pigeon pose, lifting yourself up into your downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Prop yourself onto your forearms. Begin to bend your right knee. Grab a hold of your right ankle, right foot. Bringing that foot closer to your booty. So we are getting a nice quad and hip flexor stretch here. Be mindful, you don't have to go super deep here. Just take what would feel nice for you and your body today. Gently release your right foot back to the mat. Switch sides, bend your left knee. Grab a hold of your foot, ankle, whatever. Bringing that foot closer to your booty. One side might feel tighter than the other, so take note of that. Release your left foot down towards the mat. From here, we're taking a deep cobra variation. Begin to bend both of your knees, bringing those feet kind of towards your head. On an inhale, press into your palms, straighten out your arms. Gentle back bend, aiming for your head and feet to touch one another. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. This takes some really open quads and hip flexors and an open chest, upper back, all that good stuff. Gently release out of this pose. Push yourself up and back. Coming to a seat for a moment before lifting yourself up onto your shins. Bring your hands to your low spine. We are coming into camel pose. So another gentle back bend, being very mindful here as you slowly lean back. Coming to a seat for a moment before lifting yourself up onto your shins, bring your hands to your low spine. We are coming into camel pose, so another gentle back bend, being very mindful here as you slowly lean back. You can then bring your hands to your ankles, maybe the mat, your feet, whatever variation or depth would feel good for you in. Don't force anything. You should still be able to breathe just normally in your camel pose. If you feel like your breath is being restricted, lift yourself up slightly. Begin to slowly lift your chest. Coming out of your pose, sink your hips towards your heels. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms high above your head. And exhale, palms together to your heart center. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, reach out with any questions or suggestions on what you guys would like to see. Subscribe here and my other social sites to support me.